This is Emtee during an interview on a live TV show.
Never have I ever shown my dick to the world.
Yeah, I have.
This is Emtee collapsing on stage during a live performance. And this is Emtee during a mental breakdown.
I hope my lawyer is watching this. Mama, I love you. Dad, I love you. But give all my shit to my kids. That's like dead now.
It's no secret that the genre of hip-hop has always had a relationship with drugs, from the likes of Lil Wayne, Eminem, and now the new generation of rappers such as Lil Uzi. Seems like every rapper has or is participating in some sort of drugs. Emtee wasn't so different from his breakout single titled Roll Up, which clearly showed us what kind of rapper Emtee was going to be. And fast forward to a few years later down the line, Emtee has been involved in scandal after scandal, and at one point even going as far as to getting close to destroying his career. So today we take a look at how Emtee went from being the biggest name in the South African hip-hop scene to being that guy who got booed off stage while trying to perform.
Yeah, I'm out. Let's go then.
Ntembeni Ndebvu, better known by his stage name Emtee, is a South African rapper who was born in Matatiela but later relocated to Rockville, Soweto. Growing up, Emtee was always involved in talent shows where he had the chance to showcase his talent for singing, even joining the school choir when he was in high school, where he started to really learn how to produce and compose great music. But like any other teen who grew up listening to hip-hop, he would quickly fall in love with making rap songs when he was just 17 years old, and the years that followed, Emtee would only get better and better at rap. And I guess he was living the rapper life too, cause even though it's not public information that you can just get online, a lot of people know that rappers smoke, discipline, and they are also known to be street dogs or hustlers, a life that I think a young Emtee gravitated towards. Gave himself a street name, Big Hustler. He probably started smoking weed too, cause in 2015, Emtee started working on his first rap album, and during this time he also recorded and released his breakout single titled Roll Up. Yep, our boy was on drugs. He only took 2 hours to make the smash hit, like 2 hours to write and produce the whole song. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that Emtee was high during this whole process, but man, he was high. Roll Up was a song that took Emtee from being just another regular street rapper, well, in his words, a street hustler, to being one of the biggest rappers in Africa overnight. Emtee's song sonically resembled With Them Boys by Wiz Khalifa, and he also used the same flow as OT Genesis used on his hit song Coco. The approach which Emtee called ATM or African trap music garnered the praise of a South African audience that felt affirmed by Emtee's slight tweaks to the already popular form of genre, in this case trap music. A record label named Ambitious Entertainment was quick to sign Emtee, most probably because of the sound that Emtee had, which perfectly aligned with what the label was looking for at the time. But little did Emtee know that this was probably the worst mistake he ever made in his life. Well, stay tuned, more about that later on in the video. Emtee came with a new sound, something that hadn't been heard in South Africa before. It was clear from the beginning that he had something special to offer, and the first big artists to show something special in him were AKA and Wizkid, who gave the new rapper features on the same song that blew him up, this time calling it Roll Up, Re-Up, probably in the efforts of wanting the song to reach the whole of Africa, if not the world. And it worked. Emtee won Best Rap Album and Record of the Year trophies at the 2016 South African Music Award Show, a show that was probably one of the biggest music award shows in South Africa at the time. Well, now it's just irrelevant. At this point, Emtee was pretty much already a huge artist in Africa, especially after releasing more hits such as Pale Tusi and Winning featuring Nasty C, earning himself numerous titles such as the King of Choruses, the King of Features, the guy who always puts people on, and most importantly, Emtee was gaining respect from fans and everybody in the music industry, quickly becoming one of the biggest rappers in Africa in just a short period of time, even having his album dubbed the best rap album in South African history. Emtee had finally accomplished what many set out to do but never quite make it. Emtee had made it into the Hollywood of music, and all he had to do now was just to release more hits. But for someone like Emtee, that proved to be very, very hard, cause in 2017, Emtee released his second studio album named after his late high school friend, Manando. Wholesome? Well, it could have been that if only that was the only thing Emtee released that year. Following the release of Manando, Emtee, like any other artist or anyone for that matter who just accomplished something, he went on a celebration spree to celebrate the success of his recent project, not knowing that all of his problems would begin on the days that followed. It all started when Emtee took his phone with him to the bathroom while also being live on Instagram. He can also be heard saying that last night was lit. night as he continued to live stream his experience in the bathroom. I don't know what he expected to happen, but after relieving himself, he finally flushes the toilet but accidentally uses the same hand that's holding his phone, and his genitals are seen live in full HD. The camera then zooms in on a shocked Emtee's face, and the only thing he could tell his 1.9 million Instagram followers is that he hopes that they didn't see his meat by accident. But the internet will always be the internet. Fans took screenshots from their Instagram live and started sharing them on Twitter. The guy is going crazy, but I love how fun he is. Too much nyaube. My boy is never gonna get peltusi. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Emtee was high during this very embarrassing moment, but we all know that Emtee smokes weed. He sips lean, well, at least he used to. Heck, man even said it himself when responding to Sunday Times. Who doesn't know I smoke? I used to sip lean, manje. And that's not all what Emtee said. He also went on Twitter and Instagram to give his so-called haters the middle finger. After 24 hours since screenshots of his sting were tweeted over 63,000 times, he was pretty mad that he woke up still trending. The rapper read all the jokes about him and then hit back by telling the people on the comments to get off his dick. And he also set out a warning that the disrespect should be kept only on the social media, cause if he's saying niggas, he's knocking niggas out on sight. But the tough face Emtee was putting out didn't last long, as he would later state that he had seen the reaction and was not sure about what to do about it or how to justify it, saying that he was aware of what they were saying about him and that he was sorry, but there wasn't much he could do about it. He just had to weather the storm out like a soldier. Now, seeing Emtee accidentally exposing his meat on camera while being high on drugs would have made a pretty funny video, but that's not where the story ends, unfortunately. In the year 2018, the rapper collapsed on stage during a live performance. But this time fans were concerned about his health instead of making fun of him. A video that appeared to show Emtee collapsing on stage during a live performance went viral, drawing widespread concern for the rapper. In the video, Emtee is on stage for just 22 seconds when he suddenly falls backwards, and on social media fans were quick to express their concern for the rapper's health. This Emtee video got me thinking, pray all will be well. Emtee needs help right now, not judgment. I can't be the only person that doesn't find that Emtee video funny. It's sad. The rapper's name immediately jumped to the Twitter trending list after the footage went viral, with fans also calling on his record label Ambitious to help the rapper. Rumors of the rapper being high on drugs were quick to spread like wildfire on social media, with fellow rapper Casper Nyovest even weighing on the matter. Taking to Twitter, "Mama, I made it. Urged musicians to stop playing with the gift and drop the drugs." Well, Cass, I don't know what all of that was about, but the line about drop the drugs was great advice, man. And Casper Nyovest wasn't the only person who was concerned about Emtee's craft. Author and businessman Vuyo Tembegwayo also sent out a tweet about artists respecting their craft. But while everyone was assuming that Emtee was on drugs, the rapper broke his silence, came out and said that he was doing great, absolutely fine. He just fell. The security was worried, so they took him backstage. He went on saying that the stage was very small and he had to watch his step, ending his statement by stating that it must have been a wire that made him fall because he wouldn't just fall out of the blue. Emtee also slammed celebrities who spoke out about the incident and called out his record label Ambitious for not taking action. He went on to say that he had lost an aunt and her death affected him, saying that he was fine mentally and physically and did not see any need to get help. "I've been through a lot of things on my own and I don't need to see a doctor. I just released a song and I'm great." Now remember when I said signing to Ambitious Entertainment was the worst mistake Emtee has ever made? Well, in 2019, Emtee finally had enough of Ambitious's exploitation, taking to Twitter to share the hashtag #FreeMtee. He even stated that at one point he was even told who he could and couldn't work with. But is it going too far by saying that Emtee brought all of this upon himself? Cause nigga did sign the contract without reading it. But Ambitious wasn't just going to let one of its best artists go just like that, so they had to show Emtee what life could be without them. They didn't repossess the house and the cars. I don't have it anymore. They helped me get it, but it wasn't part of the contract. It was simply that I had problems with the maintenance, and it's a matter between myself and the agent. Emtee lost his home and cars when he finally decided to leave Ambitious Entertainment. I'm not really sure what kind of deal Emtee signed, but it was a horrible one because Emtee signed away all of his royalties for absolutely nothing. He also said that he went where he could at the time because he didn't have a home. His family wasn't with him, they were living with his girlfriend's parents. Just imagine, a whole award-winning artist living on the street, sometimes sleeping on friends' couches. It's rough, it's tough, but it's life, it's the music industry. He said that he missed his kids a lot during this time, and that life was very humbling without Ambitious Entertainment, but still he wanted to leave the record label. Even though the owner of Ambitious, Horsey, didn't want the rapper to leave, Emtee made it clear that it wasn't up to him, telling the owner that he wanted a fresh start, that he wanted to make music again in his own way. And the fresh start was exactly what Emtee got. He went on to start his own record label named Emtee Records under his own company, African Trap Movement. In 2020, Emtee released new music that wasn't under Ambitious Entertainment, making a comeback with songs such as Joe Hasselbeck, Wave, and Brand New Day. Then in 2021, he would release another successful album named after his son, Logan. And it was an album that saw him speak about living his purpose and emerging victorious through life challenges. And following an intimate private listening session, loyal Emtee fans ensured that he went #1 on Apple Music when the album finally dropped. And although the album was nominated for Album of the Year and Best Hip Hop Album, it did not win any award in both categories. Emtee was at one point on top of the South African rap game, but due to all the drama he always found himself in, the music kind of faded in the background of all the drama. And in the process, fans started to lose interest in Emtee as an artist and just saw him as this guy who always smoked a lot and made crazy headlines for all the wrong reasons. But this still didn't put Emtee down, as he was named Hip Hop Artist of the Year at the Global Music Award Africa in the year 2022. And this showed that Emtee is clearly appreciated more in foreign countries than he is back here at home. Perhaps over the years, fans lost respect for Emtee and his craft, as in 2023, while Emtee was performing, the crowd seemingly booted him off stage in order for another rapper to perform instead. So the question now is, were drugs part of Emtee's descent from the top of South African rap? To sum up the story, let's look at one of Emtee's closest friends and what he has to say. To all Emtee supporters, you need to understand Emtee can never be compared. If you love, respect, and understand what he does and why he does it, here is my advice: just enjoy his music.
Otherwise, thank you, South Africa. I love you.